What's up, my fellow YouTubers? So, it's been a while since I did a vlog, but I figured I'd do one because yesterday I had my physical. First time in 2 years, and I'm not scheduled to have another one for another 2 years, and I think that's because my normal life is trying to take care of myself, take my blood pressure pills, and do my regular blood work. But what happened was, well, 2 years ago, I went in there and it was ultra high. At the time, though, I wasn't watching what I was eating. I was going through the Chapter 7 bankruptcy, and I wouldn't say I wasn't taking care of myself, but I wasn't watching myself as much as I should. It was skyrocketing, and so she switched up my medication. She said, you know, we're going to change this one instead of the other one, and I just took that ball, ran with it, just took the regular medication. But looking back, I guess I was only, one of them you're supposed to take every 12 hours. I was only taking it once a day, thinking that, okay, that's enough. So I jumped to 2 years, which is this year. After my bankruptcy, like after my meeting with the trustee meeting, the big one, you know, it's almost like the final boss of a video game, right? Once that goes well, you more or less, the credits roll after that, right? It's just a wait for the bankruptcy to come to pass. Once that went well, literally that day when I hung up the phone after that, I said, now I'm going to take care of myself. Now I'm going to try to eat better. And I lost about 20 pounds since. Trying to stay on the straight and narrow, eating better, and it's hard. It's hard to stay away from salt. Salt's always been my biggest nemesis. But trying to do the right thing, and I called for a physical back in March or February, and she's such in demand that it wasn't until December 11th, which was yesterday. And I said, well, I got all the time in the world to take care of myself, so by that time I'll be fine. And Friday came around, and literally first time in my whole life, I think, well, as far as when I first started my addiction to coffee, I decided to try not to drink coffee from Friday was my final time at work until Monday when my physical came around. So for 3 days straight I was miserable. I said I'm gonna quit drinking coffee just for now until my physical. I want to do good with the blood pressure. Haven't checked it in a while, but I felt like it was better. I felt like, you know, I was gonna ace it. So I'm sitting there feeling better, feeling like, okay, I've worked for this, and it comes around and they do the blood pressure, and I'm thinking to myself, well, it can't be that bad. You know, I quit coffee for 3 days and it was still skyrocket, and I was like, holy shit. And the lady's like, it's a little high, and she's a little, isn't a little, it was really high. So then there's the wait for her to come through the curtain, and it's like a horror movie. It's like, okay, I know. She comes through, says, you know, oh, it's high. We're going to up the dosage of what you're already on. When you had the blood tests done, like the only thing wrong really was now the cholesterol was a little high. So she said, I want another cholesterol test, and we're going to, do you have this, do you have that? Like, she was asking if I have sleep apnea, and I might. I do snore loud. On the other hand, it's like I don't feel tired though during the day, like when I work, because I'm on second shift. I sleep from like 2 to 10ish, and I feel great during the day. But it's been that high for that long, and I still take. Well, now I'm going to take that pill twice a day, you know, every 12 hours, and up my dosage, so that's like 4 times the amount literally a day. Hopefully that helps. But it could also be that it was high because I was nervous at the doctor's, so I don't know. So she said, you know, take up the dosage, try to stay away from salt, which is hard to do, but I'm going to try. And she said if all else fails, you know, maybe it's just hereditary, maybe there's just nothing you can do for it that you haven't tried already, and I'm going to send you to a kidney doctor, which sounds scary, but I guess it's just more tests, more pills to be on, see where it's coming from. And at least, hey, I'm catching it now. I'll be 49 in February. But you start thinking about the end of the road, right? Death and the final thing. And, you know, I was raised Catholic. I'm Christian. I'll always be a Christian at heart. I think it's hypocritical to preach on this channel, obviously, because it's not a Christian channel, right? I have Rubber Roses videos. I have, you know, I'm not perfect, okay? But I was raised enough where I know Jesus personally, and I think it's important to do that before you die. It's important to make your peace with God. You know, I've had all my communions. I've been baptized. But the most confusing thing, I think, when I was growing up is I went from Catholic, and then I was introduced to a Protestant youth group. And I just got confused as to my identity, what I was. Am I Catholic, Protestant? And I like to say I'm Christian non-denominational. Honestly, I think the biggest assholes in my life have been Protestants that try to almost like have a monopoly over where I go when I die. It's like you have to go through me, and I don't approve of you. And those are the people that I've ended up resenting the most in my life. I wouldn't say hate, but I definitely say resentment. Because they're right there to try to take away all your dreams, all your hopes, all your ambitions of your life, on one hand. And on the other hand, they're never there for you to say, hi, what's up? Yet, some of the biggest friends that I've had are Satanists that actually have called me up. Well, at least one said, hey, how's it going? Not because they're expected to, but because they're a friend. That's what I've learned in my life, okay? I guess on the outside looking in, there's like, for example, there's this one channel that I've followed when I was playing Destiny a lot, called Sacred Gaming with a K. And I really enjoyed his videos. He would do sermons as he was playing a game. It was like faith and gaming mixed, and he's still up there. You know, his channel is still up there. But I think my whole point in making this blog too is like, if you look at that channel now, all of a sudden it just stopped 4 years ago. And as far as I know, I don't know what happened to him. He would do videos of him playing with his son. I don't know if it's because he just got disinterested in making YouTube videos, or disinterested in Destiny, or if something happened to him, you know. But it's funny because it's like on one hand, like, man, I hope he comes back. What if something did happen to him, though? What if that was the end? Right now, he left behind all these videos that you can watch and still enjoy, and still, you know what I mean? And I kind of look at that as, you know, like, I want to live as long and healthy as I possibly can, right? You know what I mean? But, you know, when everyone's got their time, you know, I would hope that when my time comes, that people would still look at my channel and enjoy my stuff. And until then, I'll still upload videos, content, stuff like that. I hope, though, that you know, if that time comes, when that time comes, that people can still enjoy my stuff, my content, and say, wow, you know, 100 years from now, let's say YouTube's still around, well, you know, I really enjoyed his videos, you know what I mean, type of thing. I know that's kind of a weird way to look at things, but in a way it's not. It's like, you know, you're leaving behind something for other people to watch and still enjoy, even though you're not here anymore. And then there's, you know, there's kind of like you're caught between YOLO, you only live once, and I want to live healthy. And there's things that you can and can't control. I'll try to work on the things I can, you know, which is try to get my blood pressure low, try to live as long as possible, a healthy life. And on the other hand, you know, why sit around and worry all the time when you can just enjoy life, the simple pleasures in life, getting up, having coffee, making videos for YouTube, vlogs like this, you know what I mean? There's like a balance, and, you know, my goal, my ultimate goal, is and always was to make a living off of either YouTube or streaming on Twitch, and be able to quit my job and just do this full time. Will that ever happen? You never know, but it's like the Constitution, right? The pursuit of happiness. you have the right to pursue it, right? You know what I mean? And like, yeah, I will pursue it. Is there a guarantee that it will ever happen? No, but if I don't try, I'll never accomplish my goals, right? So that being said, you know, I still have my goals. You know, I'm hoping that one day I could wake up retired, living off of YouTube or Twitch or whatever I decide to do, and not have to go into my regular job. On the other hand, even if I don't, even if that's, you know, I'm there for until I retire, I'll still get up, make coffee, and record my videos or stream. I think I might get back into streaming again, but that's what's going on with me. The balance, the thought, you know, the thought process, and just living a simple life. Hopefully someday, though, I can travel the world and get enough money to do that. But, you know, once you go through a bankruptcy, you know, the less money you have in your bank, the better. So it'll be a while. I think by the end of the month, I'll be able to apply for a credit card again and just use it wisely, not like I did before. Just use it for emergencies and build my credit back up. But things are looking bright, and I'm kind of glad I caught it yesterday, that I was naive to think that I was doing good when I really wasn't again. It's a wake-up call, but hey, I plan on sticking around longer and just live each day to the fullest, and you know, the simple pleasures, you know. But yeah, that's my blog, that's my thought process, and hope you all having a good time, and there will be more videos in the future. All right, peace out, my fellow YouTubers.